Welcome back to Keep It Real Boxing. This is Cypherbox. So, seen another article, and we've got Derek Chisora basically calling out Dillian Whyte again. And in this article, he basically just says, and I'm going to link it in the description of the video for you guys so you can read it yourself. But basically, what he turned around and says that he wants to fight. He says, "What's the problem? Yeah, I just want to fight Dillian Whyte. I don't believe he beat me in the first fight. Personally, myself, as a boxing fan, I felt Chisora won the fight by 1 or 2 rounds. However, other people think Dillian Whyte won the fight, and some people saw it as a draw. So it is still one of those fights that's up in the air that no one can say that one fighter won that fight particularly outright, yeah, depending on your point of view. But I felt Chisora won the fight. So he said he's even said it's not even about revenge, it's a great fight and people want to see it. And it's true, the British public do want to see it. As a boxing fan, again, I want to see it. I want to see this fight. The first fight was great, and I think the second fight will be even better. You know, yeah, okay, the build-up got a little bit out of hand. They'll probably have to control that a bit better this time, but there will be trash talking in there again, of course, no doubt about it. Now, I also saw an interview with IFL TV today, where Kugan Cassius was doing an interview with Dillian Whyte while he was doing some fishing competition, matchroom fishing competition or something like that. And Kugan Cassius asked Dillian Whyte, you know, basically he goes, out of Dominic Breazeale, Jarrell Miller and Derek Chisora, which one would he prefer fighting? And he said he didn't care, he didn't have any preference. He also mentioned that he thought the Manuel Charr fight was a good fight, but there was no mention of Luis Ortiz. Okay, which is quite interesting. And I understand why Luis Ortiz hasn't been mentioned, because Eddie Hearn did an interview with the Boxing Voice, which I'll link in the description of this video, where he openly admitted that the Luis Ortiz fight is too risky for Dillian Whyte. I repeat, too risky for Dillian Whyte to take. Kugan also asked him that does he think that his next fight may potentially be against Anthony Joshua within the next 12 months? And he said yeah, and he also said, Dillian Whyte, that he was interested in the Dominic Breazeale fight. Eddie Hearn agrees with that. He says that resolves a lot of problems that they've been having with this whole mandatory challenger stuff, that you know Dillian's obviously not happy. He feels he should be the mandatory challenger. Dominic Breazeale's not happy because he believes he's in his rightful place and he doesn't like what's been said. So this would kind of resolve that situation for both parties. Eddie Hearn also stated that he felt the best option for Dillian Whyte next was the rematch against Derek Chisora, because that's what the public want to see and it's a great fight. Dillian Whyte also stated that in the next 2 to 3 weeks he will know who he's fighting next. Now here's my take on this, yeah? Right, this is the order that I would make that list in terms of priority, who I want to see as a boxing fan, see Dillian Whyte fight next. Ideally for me, I'm not going to lie, it's Luis Ortiz. Yeah, a lot of people saying there's not a lot of value in fighting Luis Ortiz. Eddie Hearn says it's a risky fight, too risky of a fight. That's why I want to see Dillian Whyte fight Luis Ortiz, because if he wins that fight, his profile goes up massively. Yeah, right? Stop thinking about the money for a second, yeah, and actually think about the value of that name on his record next. Yeah, he says he could smash him and destroy him. He's an old man. Then do it. Let's see you do it. You know, I think that's when you make comments like that, I want to see it. I want you to prove it to me. Yeah, that's what I want to see. When a fighter makes a comment like that, that's fight talk. Let's see it then. Then it would probably have to be Derek Chisora. Yeah, okay, because I want to see that rematch. I think that rematch needs to happen. It was a close fight. I saw it go Chisora's way. Some people saw it Dillian Whyte's way. Some people saw it as a draw. So there's unfinished business there and questions that need to be answered when it comes to Dillian Whyte, in my opinion. Then naturally it's the Dominic Breazeale fight I would pick next, because obviously we need to resolve this whole issue with the whole mandatory challenger position and stuff like that. And then last but not least, then Jarrell Miller. Yeah, because I don't think Jarrell Miller really adds anything. That's a fight that really doesn't add anything to Dillian Whyte's profile. Yeah, Jarrell Miller's still working his way up in the ranks. He's not really fought anyone of a name just yet. There's no value, so there's not like Dillian Whyte, you know, goes on and gets, you know, a massive payday, or his profile raises, or he's going to end up getting a mandatory challenger's position. So it's a pointless fight, in my opinion. You know, that's the order that I would put that list in if I was going to pick who was going to be in terms of priority, who's going to be the next opponent for Dillian Whyte. That's how I see it. Okay, but we know we're not going to see the Luis Ortiz fight no matter what. Yeah. The minute Eddie Hearn said that's too risky of a fight for Dillian Whyte, okay, I just know that that fight's never going to happen. It's never going to take place. No matter how much we ask for it, no matter how much we demand it, it will not happen. Yeah, despite Dillian Whyte's cocky comments saying that he could smash him, you know, if you're that confident, go and make it. But then why, if that's the case, you feel you could smash him and you can destroy Luis Ortiz in the ring, why is your promoter turning around and saying, oh, it's too risky of a fight? We're not going to make that fight because it's too risky. There's no value in it and all this other stuff. So that just tells you straight away that they don't want that fight. That fight's not going to happen. It's basically not going to happen, period. That's it, end of. So that means the next fight for me, realistically, needs to be Derek Chisora then. That's the fight I want to see next as a boxing fan. I want to see Dillian Whyte versus Derek Chisora, the rematch. And I think that rematch will be massive. And in terms of viewership, etc. and stuff like that, I really would. I really do believe that. All right. So let me know who you want Dillian Whyte to fight next. Who do you want to see him in the ring against next? You know, and these are your choices. Forget Luis Ortiz. That fight is not going to happen. Yeah, it's Derek Chisora, Dominic Breazeale Jarrell Miller, and he even hinted at Manuel Charlo as well. So let me know what you think. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Cypherbox reminding you to keep it real.